Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Hey, thanks for helping him out, man.
Oh, not
I do
a problem.
appreciate it.
Not a problem. When he took him to the ground, I just jumped on his legs and made sure I held him. My officer got him cuffed. And
Yeah. Did you what did you see happen?
okay, well, I got a call from. Well, actually, my roommate did, but my roommate was here in Lakeport at the time.
Okay.
And we just live right around the corner on Clark. So I shot over there because he calls us.
Yeah.
Hey, can you go check on the house? The alarm's going on. So I shot on over there, and as I walked on the front porch, I could see where the door had been kicked in. The only thing that held the door, kept the door closed, was the deadbolt.
Yeah.
But there's footprints all over the door, and the door's all bent up. As I walk around back, here's this tweaker. That's what he is. I mean, he's just sitting there mumbling to himself.
Yeah.
A bag of pot laying on the chair, and some pills. And so that's when I called 911, and your officer showed up and looked at the door and walked around and asked the guy his name, and he mumbled something.
Yeah.
And I think he gave his name or something. I just keeping my distance, trying to stand back, and the officer asked him to stand up. He wanted to look at his shoes, make sure the shoe prints matched, but he wanted to look at it, and the guy didn't comply. So the officer stepped up a little bit closer and stand up, put your hands behind your back. And the guy didn't comply. He mumbled something, so the officer went hands-on with him.
Okay.
And as he grabbed him and came up, I think the guy fell into the officer's elbow. And then down to the deck they went. And then that's when I jumped on his legs, held his legs while the officer got him cuffed.
Okay. Did you see the guy kind of fall on top of the deputy a little bit when they fell to the ground?
When the officer went like this, they fell backwards.
Okay.
Okay, and so the deputy went over backwards too.
Yeah.
And they kind of tussled for a second. And when the officer was on top of him, I was just paying attention to his legs because the guy was flailing his legs. So that's when I just jumped on and grabbed his legs.
Okay.
And held him tight so the officer could get better control of him.
Did you see the guy kind of fall on top of him, like?
When he grabbed, what it looked like is when he grabbed him, they went backwards, and the guy kind of fell on the officer.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, everything was happening so fast.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing that I knew what to do was to jump on the guy's legs and grab his legs so he couldn't struggle or fight anymore.
Okay.
And so the officer could get better control of him.
Did you see the guy kind of put his hands close to the deputy's neck or on the deputy's neck at all?
When the officer went like this, the guy reached up.
Okay. Did you see where he put his hands when he reached up?
I didn't exactly see where he put his hands. I mean, it happened so fast.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
You know, I wasn't expecting him to go hands-on that quick with him. And but when the guy didn't comply, and you could tell the guy was totally spun out.
Yeah.
You know, but when he went like this, the guy went like this, and then they went to the ground.
And then, so when you saw them go to the ground, were you able to? I know it happened fast, because it sounds like when they fell backwards together. And
I think the guy slammed his face also on the deck too.
Okay.
Okay, because there was a puddle of blood on the deck.
Okay.
And I think when they went to the ground, because the officer grabbed him like this and was kind of like this, and the guy was reaching up, and then they went to the ground, and the officer actually hit the ground first.
Yeah.
With the guy on top of him, and then that's when he was trying, and then that's when I jumped in and just wrapped my arms around his legs.
Okay.
And laid on his legs while the officer got control of him.
Okay. You grabbed his legs while the guy was still on top of the deputy?
It's a possibility.
Okay. Did you see the deputy actually try to strike him, or did he just hit his, like, kind of run into his elbow?
No, it was more of a defensive type thing.
Okay.
You know, when the officer went to, because he wouldn't comply.
Yeah.
And he had asked him, stand up, put your hands behind your back, and when he wouldn't comply, the officer went to stand him up, and then the guy went like that. And it happened so fast.
Yeah.
They do.
I'm just grateful you were there, sir, because it's, you just never know.
Yeah, you just never know. And when they went to the ground, I know the officer hit the ground first.
Yeah.
Okay. And then from that point on, I know I just jumped on the guy's legs and wrapped his legs up, and I was laying down on the ground with his legs like this.
Okay.
And then the officer got full control and was able to handcuff him.
Okay. Then after you got him handcuffed, there was no more altercation.
Then there was no more altercation. He stood him up, set him in the seat, back in the chair, and just stepped back. But the officer definitely hit the ground first because his shirt and his pants and all of that were covered from the deck.
Oh, okay.
Dust on the deck.
Okay. Does the homeowner live here, or is he out of town?
No, he lives in.
Okay.
This is his summer home.
Gotcha.
And we've known for, don't ask me how, it's
Long time.
I
Gotcha.
can't pronounce it.
There's some eyes in there, probably.
But, yeah, probably.
Okay.
If you need number,
I think he did call after he called you. I think he did call us.
Okay.
But I'll get it from you just in case.
This
All right, sir. I appreciate it. Sorry to get cut into your day.
Oh no, not a problem. Not a
It's
problem.
just, every time there's uses of force like that, we like to get, if there's witnesses, we like to talk to them.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
just to
no,
make sure.
I totally understand.
So-
And the officer even said somebody will probably contact you or I will or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah, he was going to, but I just figured I'd do it for him. He's got enough stuff to do now. So.
yeah.
But again, thank you for your help, sir.
Oh, not a problem.
Appreciate
Thank you
being there.
guys. Thank you guys. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. And
Yeah.
your officer actually called me on the way out, on his way out there.
That's what he said. He wanted to.
And which I was grateful for. I really appreciate that because I'm standing there. I'm not going to let the guy go.
Yeah.
It was obvious. And we have pictures, and I think your officer took some pictures of the door too.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and so it was obvious, and the guy was tweaked, and I'm grateful that he called.
Yeah.
And the guy did stay calm, you know, but he was tweaked out, but he would follow your officer's commands. So.
Yeah, which is none of those things happen. People just.
Yeah, and the officer even told him that, you know, this didn't have to happen this way.
Yeah.
All you had to do was comply.
It's super easy. All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
take care, okay?
All right, thank you guys.